Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to see Chapter 2 Competition and Youth. In this chapter, we will learn how to face the competition and also how we must prepare ourselves to face all these competitions. You can't look at the competition and say you are going to do it better. You have to look at the competition and say you are going to do it differently. As a nation, India has seen a high migration rate in the recent years. Close to 100 million people migrated from one place to another in 1990s. The number of migrants during 1991 to 2001 increased by about 22%. Apart from women migration due to marriage, employment is the biggest reason for migration. The number of job seekers among all migrants has increased by 45% over the previous decades. Nearly 14 million people migrated from their place of birth in search of jobs. Migrants create pressure on others who are in the same job market. While freedom to migrate within the country is a right, the uneven employment, levels of desperation, and other factors have created friction points. Lack of rural employment, fragmentation of land holdings, and a declining public investment in agriculture area create a crisis for rural Indians. These all matters increases the competition in profession as well as in personal life. Unemployment is compelling the people to migrate to different places in search of job. This is increasing the competition in that certain areas. And also in our personal life, the competition is high. To keep a certain standard of life is a big competition today. We could say the social discrimination is still in practice. People with good standards of life, luxury, is considered as the top class, and the people with a less life standard is considered as poor and lower social class. So if we look around, we will find out there are competitions. You are presently facing competition in study. People are competing to become first. For a better development, it is required. But we should learn how to face the competition. We must be prepared to face all these competitions at this early age itself. Competition is in general a contest between two or more entities, social groups, or economic groups for awards, social status, leadership, or profit. Competition is also a byproduct of scarcity. When resources or vacancies are scarce, people compete among themselves to have access to these resources, and thus the spirit of competition is born. Humans, by their very nature, are competitive as they constantly face lack of resources as compared to their unlimited ones. Darwin's theory of survival of the fittest also implies that only those species would survive and grow which have the ability to compete and emerge as winners as against the weaker species. Human beings have not only survived the evolution process, but they also have emerged as superior beings. This proves beyond doubt that humans are competitive and that competition is the fundamental pillar of human evolution. However, research from developmental literature suggests that competitive nature of humans varies according to gender, race, and age. In terms of gender, most research suggests that males tend to be more competitive than females. Similarly, students from cultures that emphasizes individualism such as Americans and Europeans etc. tend to be more competitive than students from cultures that emphasizes collectivism such as South Asians, Africans etc. Also, youth are more competitive than the middle-aged population. So it leads to the conclusion that competition among youth is a global phenomenon, India being no exception. In India, competition begins when a 15-year-old appears in the board exams. It intensifies when he seeks admission for a degree and is at its peak when he or she tries to find an employment. As per statistics, Nearly 4 lakh secondary school pass outs apply for a few thousand seats in engineering, medical, and other professional courses in a handful of well known institutions across the country. This leads to a cutthroat competition among them. So, dear students, it is very important to learn how to face competitions. We all are waiting for a future with less opportunities. If the opportunities are less, then the competition is high. In order to face the competition of our professional life and personal life, we must learn how to handle it.